So how do we begin talking to the public to build a relationship so that we can talk about real estate and help them with their needs? That's your turn. I just gave you one idea. What's another idea? Let's take a second and just brainstorm for a second. I just threw an idea. Now, how would I do that? I would be handing out business cards, hand out 2 cards, and the script would go something like this. I'm standing in line at Publix. Hi, I'm Ken Durkee, and I'm in real estate. Have your cards with you. Now, if you're going to hand out 800 business cards in a year, remember that's 800 people. How many? I suggest 2 business cards per person. Not 1, 2. And so that would be 1,600 business cards. So I need to order another box. Now, why do I offer to give someone 2 business cards? Yes, I'm going to ask you to keep one. Will you keep one for me, please? Promise me. Now, let me ask you this, too. If you know of someone that is either thinking of selling or thinking of buying, would you save that card for them also? Great. Now, let me ask you one more time. Promise me that you'll keep one of the cards. Will you do that? Thank you. Oh, by the way, would you like to get an update from me every month on what's going on in your area here as far as real estate is concerned? No obligation. You can delete it anytime you want. Unsubscribe. But, you know, if I could have your email address, I'll send you that on what's happening in real estate. May I have your email? What is it? Oh, it is. Thank you very much. And I look forward to helping you in the future if you need help. Why 2 cards? Think about it. When somebody hands you something, you're nice, you accept it, but the next thing you do is look for what? A trash can. Most of us do, right? Most of us don't just discard it. Why did I ask her twice if you keep one of my cards? First one, she'll say yes. The second time's a commitment. She will keep my card. She did agree to let me email her. She did tell me what her email address was. All right? Now, she kept it very quiet because she didn't want you all to email her. But she gave me her email address. Will 100% of the people do that when I walk up to them? Absolutely not. But I'm only looking for what? 5. I may have to introduce myself to 10 people to find 5 in one day that I can build business with. And if I'm emailing them something every month about the market and what's going on, and I'm talking about just a little clip so you don't have to scroll down, you know, just, hey, here's what's occurring in the market. Last month, so many homes closed, and property values are now going up in these areas. Ooh, that's interesting. If you have a real estate need, please call. Wow, the impact of that. That's what, give me an idea. Tell me what we could do. What would you do if you just want to do one thing to start to build your business? Who's got a thought?
Stay active in your clubs and things that you're doing. Like if you quit playing tennis, start playing tennis again and reconnect with it.
Okay, reconnect. Let people know what? That we're still in the business. When was the last time you called your sphere of influence and say, hey, this is, well, use your name, but hi, this is Ken Durkee. Listen, I just want to touch base with you, let you know that even with everything that's going on in the marketplace, I'm still here for you. By the way, do you know of anyone that has a real estate need right now? Because remember that Hidden Cities market has shifted over here. People are talking, but people aren't taking action. And the people they're talking to are what? Very negative. Did I show you some positive things today? That's out there. That's in the marketplace. That's very positive. We need to educate our people that it's okay to move from over here back over here. Who's got another thought on what you could do?
Bring additional services to your client.
For example?
Staging. Home staging.
Home staging. Excellent.
Sorry,
that's great. I think that's super. Yeah. Let's talk about that a little bit. Joni, is that right? Joni, you're holding an open house today, right? Now, I don't want to put you on the spot, so you don't have to answer this. But I'm going to ask the question. How many of those in the neighborhood did you give a flyer out to announcing that you're having that open house so that the neighbors could come to it also? How many here were in the business when we used to farm years ago? A couple of hands. No, some of you don't know what farming is, I can tell. Okay. Yes, saying hi and meeting people. We used to do that. Didn't we used to do that? Didn't we used to do that? Did it work? Yes, it did. You know, people today, even though they've got neighborhood watches and seeing what's going on, you know, if you drive up in the neighborhood and park your car and you got a big magnetic car sign on the sign, say Realty Executives, they know you're in real estate and they're not going to think a second thing about it. You pull up with a blank car, they're going to kind of wonder, right?
People are afraid to open their doors now.
Well, they are. That's why it's so important to do what? Have your name tag on. And if you dress smartly and you come to the front door, they'll probably open it. So that's a great idea. So what if we went back to farming? What if we picked an area out and we say, you know, every Saturday I'm going to go out in that area and meet 5 people, just 5 people a Saturday. Guess what? Over what, 3, 4, 5 months, we've met how many folks? It's a bunch. right? And somebody in that neighborhood, we called them a chatty Cathy. Do you remember that concept? Chatty Cathy. Do you all remember that? Do you know what a chatty Cathy is? You're nodding your head like you know. Give me an idea what you think a chatty Cathy is. It's probably right on the mark.
Someone that just knows everybody.
Absolutely. You'll find one in that neighborhood. And you know, they'll want to do what? Come on in. Can I serve you a cup of coffee? How about some tea? I just baked some cookies. And by the way, tell me what's going on in the neighborhood, she says. And you tell her what you know. And then she says, well, let me tell you what's going on in the neighborhood. Get your pad out. Take notes. She will provide more information for you in a 30-minute time frame than you could ever do research on your own. And Chatty Cathy will also know everybody. And she will say, yes, you can use my name when you talk to the neighbors down the street. I've met you. In a sense, you're approved. And let's go meet. So that's another idea. The farming idea is great. You meet the people and you find out. How many of you all have these seminars that invite you to come in and maybe you want to reinvest your 401k? Or you've seen them in the newspaper, or you might even be on a mailing list where, you know, at the Holiday Inn they're having an opening, please register and come on by and we'll even buy you lunch and so on. How many have heard of those? Seen those? How many go? How many take a box of business cards with you?
I usually participate, so I try to.
But just think, everybody that's going there has what? Money. Everyone that's going there has money. Imagine we show up and start introducing ourselves and they'll say, by the way, I'm here too, but if you have a real estate need, may I give you my cards? Please promise me that you'll keep one. And oh, by the way, if you know of anyone else that's thinking about buying or selling, please pass the card on to them. How does that sound? You know, we haven't been going to those, have we? Because we think that we don't have a need for it right now. But what an opportunity to farm people that have money and they're thinking of a way of investing it. Remember that $12 trillion that's sitting on the sidelines? Some of those people are in that room. All we want to do is introduce ourselves and what? By the way, may I send you information on what's going on in real estate on a monthly basis? May I have your email address? Take out your pad, write down the email address, the name of the people there, and off you go. In the December newsletter, this sheet was in it. And you can go look at the December newsletter if you go to realtyexecutivesouthernregion.com. And up at the top on the right-hand side is the word update. If you click on update, you'll see the last 12 months of our newsletters. We keep all 12 of them on there. Go back to the December newsletter, and that sheet's on there, and you can print it off. Now, you can't read that from where you are, but it talks about being active in the market to create business. And the first one is going and talking to expireds. The second one is talking to for sale owners. By the way, I left a little ditty in the newsletter about my son-in-law who placed his house on the market. What I didn't tell you was he tried it for sale owner for 60 days before he went with a realtor. And he put it with a realtor, and between the time they put it on the market and the time he got a contract, they held an open house. 30 people showed up to the open house. People are looking.